Hello, welcome to the Set It Right channel, and I'm Juliet. On today's episode, we'd like to talk about brand identity. As an entrepreneur or business owner, how do we present our brand in order to get us the results we are looking for? And in today's episode, in order to do that, we have a guest in-house who would help us talk about or discuss our brand. But before then, let's go for a quick commercial break. Today I want us to discuss what brand is. And as businesses, what do we do with our brand to help us dominate in the market we are in? And to help me do that is my friend and brand identity designer, Prince Coreal of Coreal Media. So, Bryce, today we want to talk about branding. And what would you give my viewers, like those who are in business or who want to start a business, about building a brand?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on set today.
Thank you.
And it's a privilege.
Welcome.
Yes, yeah. So, about the most commonly used word in our media today, when you hear everybody that wants to start a business says, you need to brand, you need to brand, you need to be brand. What is branding? So I'll first start with what branding is not.
Okay.
Branding is not the logo. It is not the product. It is not the service you render. It is a result.
A result.
And a brand is a customer's gut feeling about a company.
Okay.
And with that, it's a reputation. Everything you're doing about your delivery, your products, the imagery, the identities, all form part of your brand.
This is totally enlightening because initially, if I think brand, I think about your logo. I think about how you are presenting that product to your customers. I think about the product itself, that's quality. And then again, from what you just said, brand is encompassing all those little things that finally get the product to the final consumer. So you can design, you can have the most expensive logos, you can have quality product, but if the customer experience is bad and you don't get people to come to take your product or your services, then at the end of the day, your brand hasn't served you. So what again do we look out for when we are talking about brand? So as you're talking about results, what are the things we need to do to get our brands to give us the results we are looking for?
Yeah. So these are the, before you are in business, you will need to have a value you offer your clients.
Okay.
So first, you have a vision,
Okay.
and that vision drives you and gives you the purpose. Then you have a passion. Then that value gets you rolling every time.
Every time.
So, and before you can roll, you need to be consistent and intentional about it. Intentional because you will plan it, you have to do it. Not when you feel like it, but you will do it when you don't feel like it and when you feel like it.
I like the word intentional because on social media today, you know, there's the drive to sell something, market something, because almost today everybody's selling something on social media. I almost remember telling my friends, Baba and Precious, that the way that everybody's selling something these days, we equally have to sell Ekwebemi, and we laugh about it. So we have a group of people who are intentional about what they are doing. They know what they want to offer the public. And we have this section of people who are just doing it because, okay, now everybody's selling, so let us also sell something. So then you're able to identify the zeal and the consistency between these two types of people, because the initial value creation and the intention of, okay, doing all these things just to get the product to the final consumer, it's not there. So you can have the best designs, you can have the best logo, even your products may be of quality. But if the customer experience is not good, your products may not get to the final consumer. Or maybe you would get someone to come for it the first time, but because the experience is not good, the person is not coming back. And as we said, bad news travels very fast. So that person with a bad experience is not going to recommend you to his friend or family. So the brand then again is the reputation. The reputational value your customers get from whatever you are offering. Okay, so
to add to that, people don't buy products.
Okay.
They don't buy services. They buy what you offer them. When you offer them value, you think about them. That is what they buy. So they buy relationship. They buy acceptability. So if they are accepted and you meet their needs, they will come. They will keep coming. So meeting a need is one thing, is key. If you are not meeting a client's need, he doesn't find you relevant to come back the second time. So when you find a need and you are meeting it, you are in business. And when you do that, you add imageries to it. Those imageries are what we call identities. So the identities, that is when logo comes in, and a logo in itself is not complete. Okay. So every other thing counts.
Okay.
The colors you use, how you place them, how you engage people, the feedback you work on you should be real when building a brand. Okay. So you should be real. You should not just fake it because you want people to just buy into your idea. You should be real to them. When things are not going right, you let people know that this and this makes it, and we are working at it. We are doing this. Sorry. Be ready, ever ready to say sorry when you treat a client wrong, or when he comes back to tell you that someone says, oh, he was treated like, oh, sorry, I apologize for the inconvenience. Be real when building a brand, and add the good imageries to it. Be intentional about it. Yeah.
And I also want to add that these days, people are also buying representation. So then again, we are going through the point of diversity. So you want to also bring a product that is serving the needs of people of color, white people, black people, or people that are in the world. So you're able to reach a larger market, unless, of course, whatever you are creating is create a niche, or you are trying to target a particular market. People these days are looking for representation because everybody wants to sing. Okay, so what other points do you have which is worth appreciating? Then your brand should be able to live on. So can you touch on that point for me?
So with adding value on the market, and when you're doing that, you will need to get everybody involved.
Okay.
Be sure the idea doesn't short-live you or ends up with you. You would have to impact other people, train other people, let them have a share of your vision, so that when you, in your absence, they can carry the vision forward and exploit to the latter. So if anyone doesn't buy into your idea, they are not able to even work with you. So your first contact is your workers. You treat them right. So the best people who can advertise for you are the workers you have. You treat them right, they buy into your idea, and they are able to stay with you that long.
As an entrepreneur, you want to ask yourself, how long can my business run in my absence? So say if I should travel for a month or a year, or even fall sick for some number of time, how long can your business run? So in that brand, you're also looking at going concern for your business. So again, you want to employ systems, not people. Like we invest so much in people, and how can you can't trust people. You can't trust people with your finances, not even with your business. So you want to put in place systems to be able to monitor people. Of course, you are going to work with people so that even in your absence, your business is still operating. You are rest assured, okay, if this person is paying for this product, the money is going where it should be going, so that you can be in business. Then again, if the financial sides too are not set right, your brand cannot outlive you or continue when you are no longer in the system. What other things would you want to touch on?
Business is all about risk-taking.
Risk-taking.
So you have people who are loyal to you and you have people who are not loyal to you. And so you just have to take the risk by investing into the systems. If it's something you have planned, you are intentional about it, it will work. So if you don't pay attention to it, you don't get the feedbacks, you will not know how it works. So you would have to plan it, delegate people to do the work, and monitor them to do the work, ensure they do it. And when they go wrong, there should be measures to deal with that. And let it be open. Let everybody that is experiencing your service or your product know about it, that you have taken measures and things are working. Let it be transparent to the people. So with that, everybody knows the progress of your company, and no matter how absent you've been, they don't feel it because everybody's working.
They have people in place.
Yeah.
So on the point of delegation, Coreal was talking about, as a business, you'll be able to identify what you can do and what you cannot do, and know that, okay, there are people out there you can employ to take on certain services for you, so that you can deliver the total quality your customers are expecting from you. You don't do shoddy things if you know you cannot do this particular way, just so that you don't dent the reputation you are trying to put up out there. And I think we've said so much on branding today. I would like us to give us a final word on branding and tell our viewers how they can reach you if they want to have their brand identified or brand identity designed. Is that right?
Yeah. When you're building a brand, you're not just building one, you're building millions of brands because of the experiences people have about you. You meet a lot of people. So with that, you have a lot of people representing you with your brand. So you have a lot other brands working with you. So when you get the values right, the reputation right, then you put an identity to it. That is when our services come. And in your imageries, we give you imageries, the logo, the colors you need to work with, so that you can be differentiated from the noise. Okay. You will stand out from the noise. So they are able to recognize you with your reputation in the market. So that is when my work comes in as a brand identity designer. Okay. So before I design a logo for you, I make sure you have a value you are offering. Okay. And when you have that, how long have you been offering this? Is it viable? We see that, then we are able to tailor a unique identity for your brand.
For your brand. I need to let our viewers know how they can reach you on your social media handles.
Okay, you can reach us through Facebook, Instagram at Creable Media, Creable Media. Give us a shot. Call us. When you are not clear about anything, you can always reach us on identity problems or identity solutions. We give them, and we are able to listen. We are able to tailor your needs in identity.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me on your show.
So that's been today's episode. I'd like you to check our website on setitright.com. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and watch out for our next videos.